Okay, so good afternoon, all of you. Welcome once again with MarketSmith India Bazaar पे Charcha discussion. Today is 8th July and today was weekly expiry day of Nifty as usual. But most important thing was today was this RBI policy, bi-monthly RBI policy. And for this financial year, this was the first one. And for calendar year, this was third one. Okay. So let's move to discuss how market is placed currently and everything. But before any particular discussion, disclaimer from our side that I am going to read for you that registration granted by SEBI, membership of BASL and certification from NISM in no way guarantee performance of the intermediary or provide any assurance of return to investors. Investments in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing, and then you can find our office address, SEBI registration number, compliance officer number, and email ID. If you have any query or concern related to, so one can write. So this is the SEBI guideline that we have to read in every discussion. Now let's move. So as usual, let's start from here that how market is placed as per O'Neill methodology of market direction. And if you see, as per O'Neill methodology of market direction, so almost all segment of market, be it broader indices or sectoral indices, all are almost trending in bullish trend only, except few ones like metal is in under pressure. Otherwise, most of are either rally or in rally attempt. As per O'Neill methodology, rules and regulations, rules point of view, Nifty 50 is still in rally attempt because we are in this entire rally from 16,900, 800, 900 to this 18,700 kind of rally, almost 17, 1800 points rally. We have never seen 1.7% more than 1.7% high or gain in any particular day along with volume compared to previous day. That's why it is still in because we strictly follow this rule. That's why it is still in rally attempt. But at the same time, if you see the Sensex, BSE Sensex, which is comprised of 30 stocks, and so it is in rally. If you check other indices like major indices, banking, pharma, FMCG, energy, auto, all are in rally. Only one major index that is in rally attempt, that is IT index. Apart from metal is another index which is in under pressure. So I can say that overall undertone, market current, market trend, market sentiment, everything is positive note. And if you see the return, or I can say the performance of benchmark index and sectoral indices, all are given handsome return except IT. Even metal also has given a positive return in 1 month, 2 month, and 3 month time frame. But only this index, IT index, has not given because numbers was not this. Q4 numbers was not that much attractive, and because of that, there was some volatility happened. But one good thing is that it is holding level of 26,000, which is a major support area. Okay. So ultimately, market is well placed at current sector at least. Now let's see how it is placed technically. So let's move one chart to discuss further. So last time, if you remember, our clear-cut comment was that we are not expecting any major move in coming days in any this benchmark index like Nifty or Bank Nifty, and we have commented that. So same thing I am going to reiterate today also, because as such there is no change, and I have drawn a trend line also, and to the same trend line I am going to draw today also, and along with 21 days exponential moving average in Nifty and Bank Nifty both. But meanwhile it's a Nifty discussion only. So Nifty, clear-cut trend is bullish, no doubt at all. Technically, it is trending above all key moving averages. It is trending in this upward sloping parallel channel, like say you can say, and it has never breached in last almost 3 months time frame. It has never breached this upward sloping trend line. Sentiment is positive, everything, But in last Bazaar pe Charcha, in last to last Bazaar pe Charcha, from the last month to from the last two Bazaar pe Charcha discussion, we are consistently saying one thing is that in terms of points or in terms of this percentage gain, you cannot expect that much major gain in Nifty 50 index. But current undertone in market and broader market is really may do well. Stocks are may really do well, and same thing is happening in the market. So same today also, I am going to reiterate my earlier comment that please follow this upward sloping trend line that I have drawn here. This particular trend line, along with 21 days exponential MA. Suppose either of one will breach, then one can say that there is some weakness starting in Nifty 50. And in such case, one can expect some more correction. But meanwhile, as there is no sign, let me make you very clear. First thing. Another thing is that this fall, suppose it will breach this trend line. Then meanwhile, after considering various things like current economical scenario, some macroeconomic data, this banking and every financial data like RBI policy and everything, interest rates, inflation. One thing is very clear that as such market is well placed, and another thing is that as there is no sign of any kind of major fall or gain in our benchmark index Nifty 50. So maybe suppose it will breach 21 days exponential moving average or this trend line. So in such case, it will enter into consolidation. That's it. And that is why in last time also and this time also I am going to comment that most probably in my opinion in coming couple of weeks or coming days or coming in this particular month, June month, most probably Nifty 50 will remain traded in range bound zone only. And the range is meanwhile broadly placed in the range of 18,000 to 19,000. Plus minus 100 points may happen. I am not saying that. But what broader range is 18,000 to 19,000. So meanwhile, from at least next 15 days or next 2 weeks or in this particular month, I am expecting this kind of range only. So suppose it will breach that, then maybe one can expect maybe it will gradually move toward 18,000 kind of level. But in between that, there is a support. Obviously, there is a support of this particular last week low. Then there is a support of this particular that is 18,100 kind of level. But most probably it is a broader range is 18,000 to 19,000 plus minus 100 points. Okay. So Nifty is well placed, no doubt at all. If you talk about interest rate and everything, so today there was a policy a governor has declared, and he has clearly commented that that inflation is softening, but it does not mean that we are going to reduce the rate, but he has clearly mentioned that they are looking for 4% target inflation target, not for 6%. So maybe after considering today's statement and everything of RBI governor and everything, one thing is very clear that maybe down the line, maybe next policy meet that is going to happen in August, or next that is going to happen in October, or I can say broadly by the end of this calendar year, we all will see that RBI will start cutting interest rate. So that is the good thing actually. So one good thing is that maybe inflation is going to be subside in coming weeks and months also, and then RBI will also take actions accordingly. By the end of this year, maybe at least once or twice, not more than, so at least one can expect once rate cut, maybe 25 basis point to 50 basis point by the end of this calendar year. So now everything is well placed. Only thing is that we are looking for, market is looking for some positive trigger. So let's see how market will find positive trigger to gain further from here. But as such, undercurrent is very positive. There are lots of stock sector and in the market are really doing good. So I would suggest instead of focusing only on Nifty, please focus on that space also. And we are trying to monetize that also. So please stay with us and gain with us. So this is my view about Nifty 50. Now let's move on this Bank Nifty side. So Bank Nifty, if I talk, so Bank Nifty, same thing. I would like to say that because as such, there is no major change happened from the last Bazaar pe Charcha to this Bazaar pe Charcha, because everything is like happening smoothly. instead of even index also everything is trend and everything is smooth, no doubt. Now one thing, this in this Nifty bank Nifty, it has last week it has breached this trend line, but once again after closing it is once again there is some positivity. One more thing is that in terms of bank Nifty, I can say that it has already entered into uncharted trajectory and started trending above previous all-time high level, that was I think 44,100 kind of levels. It has crossed almost 44,500 kind of levels in last week, and after that there was some fall and it has reached the downward sloping trend line. So this downward sloping trend line breach means it suggests there is some momentum deterioration, no doubt at all. If you see the volume and everything, the volume is also deteriorating. So maybe after touching and everything, because as such there is no positive trigger in the market meanwhile. So maybe once again it will enter into sideways, but as such once again there is no sign of major fall. So in this also, I would suggest to follow this trend line which has already breached. Now one can focus this 21 days exponential moving average. 21 days exponential moving average is placed in the range of today's closing is placed around 44,000, and 21 days exponential moving average is placed around this 43,800. So please focus that level, 21 days exponential moving average. Suppose it will breach in coming days, maybe tomorrow or next day, with comparative higher volume, then one can say that there may be some correction up to maybe 50 DMA or 100 DMA. Otherwise, as such, overall sentiment and everything is positive in Bank Nifty also. If I talk about participation, so Axis Bank is already trending at all-time high level. There is a positive momentum in IndusInd Bank. Kotak is also doing good. There is a good positive acceleration in SDFC. So all major banks are really doing good. But if you compare, if you categorize whole banking space of Indian listed banking space in two parts, one part is that large size bank and like SDFC, ICICI, and another is mid-sized or regional banks. Then you can say that mid-sized or small-sized banks are comparatively doing good, at least in terms of stock price at current juncture. So one can focus on that actually. So otherwise, as such, there is no problem at all in Bank Nifty also. In downside, 21 days exponential moving average is a key level to us. Suppose it will breach, so maybe some consolidation or some negativity from short-term perspective. Otherwise, net to net, there is no major negativity. Okay. And in upside, 44,500 is a critical level to us. That is a previous week high. Suppose it will cross that level, then one can say that it is ready to move toward 46,000 kind of levels. So, but just keep watching level of 44,500. Unless and until it will not cross and hold above that level, one cannot expect that 46,000 or 46,500 kind of level. Okay. And overall sentiment is positive. There is no problem at all. Okay. Now let's move further in another index. 1 second. Another index is that's the Nifty IT index. So Nifty IT index, if you remember our earlier Bazaar Pe Charcha discussion, so at that time we have clearly mentioned that from the almost last 2-3 months we are consistently repeating our earlier previous comment. And this time also I am going to more or less reiterate previous comment, the previous Bazaar Pe Charcha comment, that it is still in sideways, no doubt at all. This is the broad range. This is the broad range. Broad range is roughly 26,000 in downside and approximately 31,000 kind of levels in upside. And there is a mid range that I would like to draw roughly here. This is the mid range that is placed around 29,000. I have drawn it randomly, so don't focus on it. But roughly 29,000 is a mid range, and 29,000 what I am expecting. This 29,000 is the demarcating line. Demarcating line means in terms of that below 29,000, most probably it will remain traded in 26 to 29,000 kind of levels. Above 29,000, one can expect 29,000 to 31,000 or 31,500 kind of levels. So that is why I am saying this 29,000 is a demarcating line, at least in my opinion, at current juncture. About 29,000, one can expect up to move toward 31,000, 31,500, and below that, maybe it will remain traded. Otherwise, overall bias net to net is sideways only. But last time also, and from the last 2-3 months also, we are consistently commenting mid-cap IT stocks are really doing good. But now there was in last 3-4 trading sessions, there was some profit booking happen. Otherwise, momentum and trend and everything is quite positive in mid-cap IT stocks compared to large cap IT stocks. But yes, one thing is very clear that the comparative risk is quite low in IT index. But once again, 29,000 is a key level to watch. Crossing and holding above that, one can expect a rally of 7-8% easily in coming weeks and months, and below 29,000, it will remain traded in sideways one. Okay. Now, another index is that I'm going to discuss with you is this energy index, Nifty energy index. So Nifty energy index, as such, if you see, so overall move is not that much attractive in this. The last few months move, we can say that that is simply a bounce back rally only. So meanwhile, after touching this low here, because of this after Adani problem and everything, there was a sharp fall happened in this index. And Reliance was also not doing good. Other oil marketing companies were not doing good, and because of that, there was a sharp fall happened. But from the last almost 3 months, there is a positive acceleration. But obviously, momentum is not that much strong. It is trending in this upward sloping parallel channel. But yes, there is some recovery, and this recovery. Last time we have, if I am not wrong, I have clearly mentioned that level of 25,000. This particular level that as per the polarity principle and everything, and I have tried to explain polarity also at that time. So one can expect 25,000 kind of levels, and we are still intact with our earlier opinion that sooner or later it is ready to move toward 25,000 kind of level, plus minus 100 or 200 points. I am not talking, but roughly 25,000 kind of levels one can expect. In this particular space, oil marketing companies like Hindustan Petroleum or IOC are quite looking good. Another is NTPC is looking good. And Reliance is also may move toward 26,000 kind of, 2,600, not 26,000. So 2,600 kind of levels in coming few days and weeks. So after considering all this component analysis and everything, I'm still intact that maybe sooner or later it will touch this level of 25,000. But yes, it is subject to stability in market. If market will turn volatile, then obviously it will not go. And for support point of view and everything, one can keep watching this downward upward sloping trend line of lower band of this channel. So lower band of this channel, one can keep watching in mind that the support is there. Suppose it will breach this in this range, then maybe correction may extend further. So two things one can keep watching. This green color line is nothing but 100 DMA, I think. So 100 DMA and this upward sloping lower band of upward sloping parallel channel or this trend line, upward sloping trend line, we'll keep watching for support. Suppose it will breach, then maybe a correction will extend. Otherwise, our opinion is still intact up to 25,000 kind of levels in coming weeks. So I have discussed Nifty, Bank Nifty, IT, and energy. Now my colleague Disha is here. He will discuss with you.
Thank you, Pawan. So let me share my screen.
1 minute. Let me stop first. Yes, Disha, you can share now.
So let me start with Nifty Realty. So this is a daily, this is a weekly chart of Nifty Realty. So you can see from last since the March and the April and May, it is continuously has been trending in upward direction, and there was very less kind of profit booking which has happened in the Nifty Realty. So also it has given a very good trend line breakout from a downward sloping breakout, and continuously it's trending above. It's touched its 500 level. And today, if you see the daily chart, it's so only today it has witnessed a slight profit booking and kind of reversal signs of showing initial signs of reversal. So it's just a 1 day, that is today, where it has found a bearish engulfing candle. But overall trend is positive in Nifty Realty as of now. So there is no change in trend as of now. So what one can look for the immediate support is placed around 21 DMA. 21 DMA that is placed around 475 kind of level, and also there is a previous high that is 480 kind of level. There was a previous high, so 480 475 kind of the level which if Nifty Realty witnesses a profit booking at higher level, so it may test that level 470 480 475 kind of level in the few days. So let's wait and see where if it holds that level, and it may continue to trend rise from there. But even that 480 475, if it breaches that level, then it might see next level of 450 kind of level in the Nifty Realty. So overall trend is positive here. There is no signs of strong signs of negativity right now. Only today it has formed a very bearish candle. That's it in on the Nifty Realty. And the next one is Nifty FMCG. So this is the one sector where
This is one line I would like to add about this reality index.
yeah.
That as such overall sentiment and everything is positive, but if you see the move in last 3 months from the level of almost 370 to 500 510 kind of levels, so there is some I'm talking about short-term perspective only. Short-term perspective means 1 to 3 month perspective. There is some overextension in trend. So maybe it will cool off, but that cool off does not mean that trend reversal. Obviously, maybe once again it will resume. Anyway, this whole reality space and various stocks in reality are well placed. So maybe once again it will resume rally. But meanwhile, yes, some profit booking it may attract some profit booking. And today also it has formed this bearish engulfing candle. So maybe following this, any negative following below this, maybe one can expect level of 470 475 kind of levels in coming days in this reality index. Yes, please. Yes.
Thank you, Pawan. And the next one is Nifty FMCG. So this is the one sector where from last, if you see the pattern from the weekly chart, so after last year March low, it is continuously making higher high, higher low price structure on the weekly chart, and touched its all-time high around 51,700 kind of level. The overall sentiment over here is positive. Even all the stocks which have supported Nifty FMCG, and even few stocks are still laggard in this particular sectors, and that are coming again into the picture. So overall trend is positive in Nifty FMCG, but here also if you see it's kind of bit extended, so it has to be, it's better to cool off at the at current juncture where we might see a pullback towards 50,000 or 21 DMA, this blue color line. So it is a very good area to buy that in the buy on dip strategy. So here the overall strategy will be buy on dips. Placing a fresh order in the FMCG at current juncture will be a bit risky, and it might witness some profit booking at higher level. So this is regarding Nifty FMCG. And the next one is Nifty Auto. So this is also from the last 2 months. Actually, it has extended and gained around 3,000 points. So it is almost as it's a 14,900 level, and it is a very good run in the Nifty Auto as well. And at current juncture, the fresh position would not be a bad. It would be a bad idea. So just wait for a small correction on the downside towards 21 DMA or 14,000 kind of level. So that will be the very good buy point for Nifty Auto. So at current juncture, one can avoid this extended sector as of now, and look for better opportunity in somewhere else. And the last one is from my side is Nifty Metal. So this metal chart is similar to what Pawan has discussed about Nifty Energy. So this is also, it's kind of trading after the sharp fall because of Adani saga, Adani and Hindenburg saga. It has sharp fall. It has made a bottom around 5,200 level, and it was trading in consolidation. Right now, it's trading in upward sloping parallel channel. And day before today it has given us, there was a chance of breakout from parallel channel, but it has failed to hold that above trend line. So overall, the positive trend breakout has been happened right now, but it has to hold this level and it has to extend further upside towards 6,300 kind of level, and the next one will be next 6,600 kind of level in the Nifty metal. So unless if it fails to hold that 6,000 level, then once again it might test its 100 DMA as well as 220 DMA, that is around 58,050, and followed by this upward sloping parallel channel that is placed around 5,650 kind of level in the next few days. So it is in a critical juncture. It either anything can be happen over here. It has to hold this 6,000 level for the further upside towards 6,300 kind of level in the Nifty metal. And there is a last sector which has to discuss, which is Nifty Pharma. So if you see here, Nifty Pharma has been there was a very good correction over here, and that was around from October 2021 to until this May. So there was a very good breakout in Pharma from downward sloping trend line, and it has gained it's gained around it's touched around 13,000 level, and right now there was a slight pullback which is seeing from the last 2 days. So it has to hold this breakout level that is around 12,700 kind of level. If it fails to hold this level, once again Nifty Pharma will be under pressure, and it will continue to trade in this particular zone of 11,700 to 12,700 kind of level. So if it sustainable to hold above this breakout level, then we might see a very good bounce back towards 13,600, 700 kind of level in Nifty Pharma in coming days. So I think we have discussed all the sectors, and we can move towards the question and answer. So
in short, in Pharma, there is a positive improvement. And first time after so many months, it has formed a higher top higher bottom formation on daily weekly chart after forming double bottom formation on weekly chart. Weekly chart in the range of previous support range. And now it has given trend line breakout also. So after considering all these factors, maybe it is turning positive. And maybe coming quarters actually, maybe next coming months and coming quarters would be quite positive for pharma stocks and pharma index. So now we have some positive opinion about pharma stocks. Not all pharma stocks, but there are pockets which are really doing good. So one can focus on that actually. Only thing is that that is not secular most probably. Meanwhile, at least currently there is no secular move happening in pharma stocks. But yes, sooner or later that all stocks will start participating and then it will turn into secular. It is the early trend kind of sentiment. So maybe coming weeks and months will be coming quarters will be quite positive for pharma.
okay, so
we have discussed almost all queries. So let's move on query actually. So first query I would like to say that Prasant Belur is saying that black is 200 EMA, green is 100 EMA. So see, don't confused with color and everything. Software, all the softwares across the software across the board, whatever available in the market, there are all provides various moving averages and everything. You can draw as per your convenience, and as per you can select colors also. 200 DMA, suppose I am drawing here 200 DMA is black color here in our chart, but in another chart you can draw red color also, yellow color also, green color also. So don't focus on color actually, focus on what kind of moving average it is. And आपकी practice ऐसी होनी चाहिए ना कि after just seeing you can say that most probably this is this kind of moving average. Most popular moving average if I talk about, so there are, you can categorize moving though there are many kinds of moving averages prevailing in the market, but two most important moving average is simple moving average and another is exponential moving average, that is EMA. What is the difference? Major difference is simple moving average gives equal weightage to all previous data, but exponential moving average gives more weightage to latest data. So that is why it is generally said that in the technical analysis fraternity that exponential moving average has more weightage to recent data. So it is the one kind of leading thing compared to simple moving average. But ultimately, moving average is a laggard indicator, no doubt at all, generally accepted. So don't focus on color and everything. Focus on what kind of moving average is that. You can select colors and everything in software as per your convenience and as per your likes and dislikes. And most popular, if I talk about moving average, so most popular moving average is 200, either simple or exponential, whatever, 100, 50, 21. Then if someone is looking for short-term trading, then 5 EMA, 13 EMA, 10 EMA is also popular. But broadly from long-term perspective, 50, 100, 200 is the most popular. Okay.
Okay, there is one question from RP regarding our portfolio stocks. All of them are portfolio stocks. So he wants a guide on them. So is it feasible to answer all of the questions?
Only one thing is that if you are holding after our recommendation, so you can follow us. Whatever anyway we track market and index, market, stocks, our recommendation, everything very closely. So if something is happening unusual in stock, negative side, so obviously we will exit from it or we will give message as soon as possible. So at least regards to portfolio stocks, please focus or please follow us, our actions actually. But apart from that, if there is another query, like is there any other stocks which we have not in? So we can.
There is a first query. We can start with Alkyl and Amines.
And then start with that. Otherwise, portfolio stocks, please. I would just say that I would request you to or suggest that please follow us. That's it. Because हमको कुछ अच्छा लग रहा है, then only we have added. We are having some positive bias on particular stock. That's why we have added. Otherwise, there is no need to add or give recommendation. But yes, the TraderSmith is a short-term trading portfolio. We generally do not go beyond 3-4% loss on an average. I am saying 3 to 4% stop loss generally we follow. So suppose even though if we are thinking that stocks will move further in long-term, mid to long-term perspective from a year after correction of 5-10%, 8%, but meanwhile it is falling below 3% or 4% reward from loss point of view, then obviously we will exit. And so that is the only thing that you have to keep watching. So there are opinions like short-term opinion and there are opinions like mid to long-term opinions. So in mid to long term, it may be possible that the stock may move, but in short term, it looks like it may fall another 3-4%. So we generally take cautionary actions and remove it from our portfolio. So you can say that is the advantage or disadvantage, whatever you like to say, but short-term perspective. But this is the nature of short-term trading portfolio. You will find across the board, across the market, such type of practices are happens in the market.
Okay, so this is our first stock, Alkyl Amines. So after, if you see observe the weekly chart over here, there was a very good correction from last couple of 2 years actually. And also, if you observe the last 1 month data, so it has made a bottom around 21,000, and there was a kind of signs of rebound and making a higher high, higher low price formation over here. And also, if you see the last from last May data, so it's making a very good tight pattern over here. It's a very good correction and didn't breach this previous low. So that is a very good sign, first sign. And also it was a very good pull. If you observe the volume, there was a good volume coming back, kicking in the alkyl amines. But over here, the concern is 200 DMA. So if you see historically around 200 DMA, it is facing a strong hurdle around that level. So one can, if it's feasible, one can keep a stop loss around this swing low and continue this trend. And it might head towards 27,050 kind of level in the next few days. If it first level hurdle will be around 200 DMA. So if it holds and sustainable trading above that level, so it may head toward 2750 kind of level. And if that level also comes, and the next level will be somewhere around 3,200 kind of level. So it's a very good stock, but at current juncture, one can if that risk reward is favorable towards you, so one can keep a stop loss below its swing low. Next one is so view on Paytm. So this stock is also under our portfolio, TraderSmith portfolio. So one can follow us on further actions towards on Paytm. EKI Energy. I don't. Sorry, sir. So we don't track EKI Energy, and we'll track. We can answer J Corp. So Jacob, it's making a large cup pattern over here and making a very good bounce back towards its previous all-time high, I guess. So that is around 214 kind of level. So this ongoing trend, it might test this previous all-time high, that is around 214, 220 kind of level. But over here is stop loss will be the bit deeper. So one can avoid this stock right now if there is a sideways trend which is going to happen in the next few days. One can keep it under watch list and look for good risk reward ratio and buy this stock. So it is facing a small hurdle over here, that is around 177, 180 kind of level. So if it breaks out that level, so it might test, it may go towards 220, 210, 220 kind of level.
Let's take DLF.
DLF.
So DLF from long-term perspective, if I give a broader view. So there was a listing. This stock was listed in the year of 2007. And there was a strong bull trend happening in this infrastructure, power, energy, real estate space. At that time, all these stocks were this kind of stocks were really poster boy of that type of bull trend. So broadly, last year only actually, it has given a breakout after 10 years of consolidation, 10-year level of pivot breakout. And after that, it is consistently showing some positivity. Now, after breakout there, it has entered into consolidation. Then there was a pattern formation on monthly chart, and then that it has given that bullish pattern formation breakout on monthly chart. That is when our weekly chart also. Weekly chart, you can consider that pattern is a bullish flag continuation pattern. So maybe this is just beginning of long-term bullish trend. Long-term point of view, if I comment about this particular stock, maybe 3 to 5 years. So if I'm not wrong, once again, disclaimer, this is my personal opinion. So maybe down the line, next 3 to 5 years, this stock may be in 4-digit stock, no doubt at all. Meanwhile, it is just half of that 4-digit. So overall sentiment, bias, and everything is quite positive. And if I talk about short-term perspective, so maybe 520, 525 kind of levels may be achievable. But in last 2 months, there was a handsome rally happened in this stock. So net to net, overall bias, overall sentiment, and everything is positive from mid to long term perspective. If I talk about short term perspective, so when I was discussing about this reality index, so at that time also I have commented that maybe some profit booking will happen, and same thing will happen in that also. Then maybe 2-3% profit booking may happen. It attract, but overall sentiment from long term perspective is quite positive in this particular stock. But it does not mean that it will not fall in short term. It may fall, obviously. Yes. Next
one is
let's take Finolex cable. So Finolex cable trend and everything was positive, but there was some trend change happened in last month actually, in second half of May, and now it is showing some kind of correction. Now it has reached 50 DMA, even though from the last 4-5 trending session it is trending in consolidation zone, but support is placed at 777 kind of level, 775. Suppose it will breach, then one can expect 750 kind of level, then followed by 200 EMA. So after considering pattern, trend, and everything, and overall sentiment, stock is in bullish trend from long-term perspective. But yes, but short to mid-term perspective, it has entered into correction. It may fall another 4-5% from current level. So I think it is better to wait and watch. Either wait for a 50 DMA take once again, then take entry. And 50 DMA is almost 100% away, sorry, 10% away from current level. But meanwhile, it looks like sideways only after such kind of move, because if I say broader trend and everything, so the stock has there was a move started from the level of 350, 370 and moved up to almost 930, 40 kind of level. So more than 2x rally happened in this stock, or I can say that almost 2.5x rally happened in last 1 year. So after such kind of move, obviously it will take some time to correct and consolidate. So I would suggest to wait and watch in this particular stock. If someone is holding, so one can at least book partial profits in this stock. Now let's take SBI. So SBI banking space trend and everything is positive, but this stock has not participated that much in last 1 month actually, and showing some kind of sideways and everything. But yes, SBI once again from long term perspective is positive. Short term it looks like sideways only. And as such, there is no problem in this stock from sort long term perspective, people. As such, there is no problem as such until it is holding above 550. So maybe once again after everything will get settled down in market, then once again it will resume the rally or trend. Anyway, it is as per O'Neill methodology, it is near to this pivot breakout on weekly chart. I think this is weekly chart.
This is a weekly chart.
On weekly chart. So maybe one sooner or later on daily chart also it is about to give pivot breakout. But from the last one, it is in consolidation. Another thing is that if you see this cup with handle, the handle is not formed properly. So let's see how trend and everything will emerge in coming days. But yes, one thing is very clear, unless and until it is holding over 550, as there is no problem at all. And 550 is almost 5% away only. So 5% here and there, if anything is the usual thing in any particular stock. Okay. Power grid.
Shall I discuss?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So power grid, there was a large consolidation and there was a very good move towards its previous all-time high, and there was a profit booking as well, and took support around its 50 DMA. And yesterday, it has given a very good buy signal over here, and today also it has gained around 1.5%. So overall trend is positive in the power grid. So one can keep a swing low of 220 below some 224. So will be the idle stop loss for power grid. But right now it's a bit extended. One can avoid as of now, but look for once again to pull back towards 236, 237 kind of level. So one can initiate a fresh position over here and look for higher to 255, 260 kind of level in power grid. Next one is
this NLC India.
NLC India. So overall trend is positive. It's bit extended right now. The breakout, there was a very good breakout from cup with handle pattern breakout, and from weekly chart also it's making up. If you see the overall trend is positive, it's making a kind of upward sloping parallel channel pattern over here, and it has already broke out from cup with handle pattern. Right now, the fresh position one can avoid as of now. Look for a pullback towards its 21 DMA, and there is a look for there is a pullback trade, and then continue to buy over that particular price. So this is regarding NLC India. Next one, Gikri, insurance sector. So I think today it has given a buy. Okay. Okay, there was a failed breakout today. There was a the overall first, I guess, initial in the morning session it was trading in the positive and given a breakout, but it has failed to hold at about this breakout level of 189 kind of level. So there is a hurdle around 200, 202, 204. So this is a very good stock. If you even see the fundamental, EPS rank 72, price strength is good, group rank is good. So very good, fundamentally good stock. One can keep a close watch on this particular stock. Once again, if it breaks out uh, at this juncture 190 kind of level, so one can look for 10 to 15% kind of upside in the general insurance company. And the ideal stop loss would be somewhere around this trend line, which is down upward sloping trend line, which is bit tight around this trend line, but this would be the ideal stop loss, because this particular candle has changed everything on this particular stock. So any selling pressure below this 180 kind of level, so it might come back towards its 180 kind of level in the next few days. So this particular trend line one can follow as a stop loss for general insurance. Next one is
Sun Pharma.
which one?
Sun Pharma.
Sun Pharma.
So Sun Pharma, if I talk about Sun Pharma, so there was some outperformance happened after touching COVID low 2020. And this stock has really outperformed to this all pharma stocks. But from the last few months, it is in consolidation after touching previous all-time high level. That was the level of 1050 kind of level. So it is facing that previous all-time high level one on the closing basis. I am talking now, not on high basis. High basis was placed around 1200 kind of level, but on monthly chart, on closing basis, it is around 1050. So after touching that 1050, there was some profit booking and consolidation and everything. Now, meanwhile, it is showing some not that much strong trade from short to mid-term perspective. So it will remain like that way only from short to mid-term perspective, no doubt. But overall sentiment and everything is positive from long-term perspective. So maybe not meanwhile or not in next week or tomorrow, maybe next few weeks actually, maybe down the line 2 months, 3 months, it will give very good buying opportunity for long-term perspective. So just keep tracking. I would suggest to just keep tracking this stock meanwhile. As far as levels point of view in this particular stock, so one can keep watching this stock level and everything. So maybe trend and everything is positive in Sun Pharma. And today there was a bearish pattern formation, and so maybe some correction may extend in this particular stock. Overall sentiment and bias is positive 200 unless and until it is holding 200 DMA, that is placed around 960 kind of levels. So as such, there is no problem, but yes, some short-term correction may happen. From long-term perspective, it may give buying opportunity in coming few weeks actually. So just wait and watch to take position.
Next one is there is a question view on defense stocks.
Sorry?
Defense stocks, Mazagon, GRSC, Cochin Shipyard.
The defense stock, there is a BEL, HAL, Mazagon, GRSC, all these stocks are doing good. So whenever there is an opportunity to buy in proper time, you can take action. All these stocks are good. HAL are really doing good. Now Prime Minister Modi is going to America, and most probably there is some discussion happening in this political that maybe he will get success to bring this engine manufacturing, this aeronautical engine manufacturing in India, and the HAL with tie-up with HAL. So maybe HAL would be the biggest beneficiary in such case. So there are a lot of buzz. That this is the example of one buzz thing. So there are a lot of buzz things are happening. So as in terms of stock point of view, so one can keep tracking this stock, Mazagon, then this GRSC, then this HAL, BEL, all these stocks are really doing good and may do good. Whenever there is a buying opportunity, one can only taking Only one thing is that taking decision or right time may be beneficial in this particular stock. Like, see, in last month, there was a very good buying opportunity in this when it has given trend line breakout. Can you draw a trend line on the this
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
chart? So that was the one by where stop this can done. That one. So that was the favorable risk reward level at that time. So you can keep tracking such kind of stock which are in the long term bullish trend and everything, and take actions accordingly. So all these stocks you can focus in this from this particular space. Disclaimer is that MSI has already added in their portfolio and they are sitting on 20-21% profit.
Next one is Nestle.
Nestle, part of FMCG, bullish. FMCG is in bullish trend. Nestle is in bullish trend, no doubt. But short-term perspective, it may remain sideways only. As such, in my opinion, as such, from short to maybe next couple of weeks perspective or June month perspective, not that much positive thing will happen. Most probably 2 or 3% here and there trend will remain there, will be there. So trend is positive, bias is positive, but I'm not expecting any great kind of move in this particular.
Next one is
let's take this IULCP.
okay.
So ILCP, there is a reversal happened in last 2-3 months, and there is a good move happened from the level of almost 300 to 450, 50% kind of move happened in last 3 months only. So maybe after such kind of move, from the low, almost 50% from the level, and now it has approached to that resistance area, previous resistance area. So maybe once again it will enter into consolidation. So let's see after consolidation how trend will emerge. So I would not suggest to take position at current juncture, obviously. Maybe it will turn into sideways kind of thing or some profit booking kind of thing from short-term perspective.
There is any reason for major sluggishness in ICICI Bank? So this is a stock. Last year, I think last year it has given outperformance, ICICI Bank, but this year it has been trending in a sideways range. So this is kind of a normal course of market correction. So there is no problem with the overall sentiment is no change in the ICICI Bank. When compared to the other private sector banks and ICICI Bank has performed very good in the last year. So this time it has been sideways, but other banks are relatively outperforming. So that's the only reason. So there is no major reason sluggishness for ICICI Bank to underperform.
Another thing is that it has already outperformed the last couple of years.
Yes.
Maybe it is taking some kind of pause and everything and looking for some positive trigger from earning or business actions perspective. So maybe if some positive things will happen in coming weeks, then once again it will resume uptrend. But as such, there is no major any technical or fundamental reason behind this sluggishness and everything. But if you are saying sluggish from short-term perspective, but long-term perspective, it is still in bullish trend. Now it is in formation of double top kind of pattern. But I would not like to comment that it is a double top kind of pattern, as such there is no confirmation. Because sentiment trend and everything is positive. So let's see if things will happen, progressed in coming weeks actually. But as such, there is no sluggishness. It is almost near to its almost all-time high level. Positivity is there only, but now this level of level of 961 can keep watching. Suppose it will not cross and hold 960, then now it will turn in sluggish kind of trend. But suppose it will cross 960 kind of level, so one can expect fresh breakout. That pivot breakout is also priced in that range, only 960 kind of range. So just keep watching this stock. Otherwise, overall sentiment trend and everything is quite positive in this stock. So 960 is a critical level to watch from current level.
Next one is Ujjivan Finance, small finance bank.
All these small finance banks are really doing good, be it Ujjivan Finance or Equitas or even RBL Bank is also doing good. So even other a few small space are doing good. And when I was discussing Bank Nifty at that time also, I have commented one statement that if you bifurcate whole banking space in two parts, one is large sized and another was mid sized to regional presence. So all these stocks are doing good and may do good in coming weeks also, because there is some fundamental reason also, like provisioning and everything they have done, but now there is some business acceleration, credit growth acceleration, and because of that NPA may be lower compared to earlier provisioning and everything. This is the fundamental reason. And otherwise, and technically also that there is some trend reversal and everything. So maybe all this remain in continuation in coming weeks and months also. Not only this Ujjivan, other also, like I have.
Next one is Biocon. So Biocon, after the sharp fall, it has made a bottom around 200 level, and there is a pullback rally. So which is not so strong on the higher time frame chart. Right now, it is making a sideways kind of pattern over here. So there is a V-shaped rally, which we saw in the last 2 months. So let it make another correction course of correction over here. Let it trend in sideways. So once that correction has happened, so when there is a fresh breakout, one can look for that particular stock. So as of now, one can avoid this at current juncture.
Let's take NMDC and sale from metal
Okay.
space. So NMDC, broader trend is negative only. Short-term trend is little bit sideways. I would not suggest to take position in this particular stock because at least in my opinion, metal and this NMDC is not looking that much attractive to me at current juncture. At least maybe if there is some improvement happen in coming weeks, so we will change our opinion also. But meanwhile, it is not. I would not suggest it because there are a lot of other attractive stocks in market where you can focus and take positions. So I would suggest to avoid timing. But if I talk about sale and everything, so if I compare sale and NMDC to each other, so there is a trend line breakout on sale on daily chart. So sale is comparatively well placed compared to NMDC. So if someone is interested to take position, if you are interested to take position, so with the stop loss of 80, 79, I can say 5 rupees risk only with limited risk. So one can take position. Otherwise, at least in my opinion, I'm not expecting that much great thing will happen in whole metal space, at least in next 1 month, 1.5 month or 2 month time frame. Maybe trend will change and obviously we will change, but meanwhile, whatever data is available in front of us, this is my opinion about this.
Next one is AIA Engineering.
AIA, I think MS I have added, I think AIA.
Yeah. So,
so trend is positive.
There was a very good consolidation. Yeah.
Trend is positive. There is a pivot breakout as per O'Neill methodology of market stock selection. And after consolidation, after I can say almost 7-8 months of consolidation, and trend is positive, no doubt at all. So it is better to if someone has already bought, so remain invested in this and follow MarketSmith actions. Obviously, they will be tracking this stock very closely, and they will take actions accordingly, market trend and stock trend. Otherwise, net to net trend and sentiment and momentum is positive. Only thing is that momentum is in quite sideways from long-term perspective, but maybe it may give breakout because it is in bullish trajectory only. So maybe it may resume further. So obviously, it is advisable to remain holding in this, remain invested in this.
There is a question: can I add Triveni Turbine and WPIL at current levels from Milind?
Triveni
Turbine.
Triveni Turbine. If you are able to manage the volatility at current level, obviously you can add. If you can't able to handle volatility at current levels, obviously not. So it's up to your nature of investing and your style of investing. What kind of person you are. then obviously you can take. Otherwise, trend and everything is quite positive, but it is a little bit highly accelerated from pivot and everything. But yes, net to net, if you are interested to buy and everything, so one you can buy with stop loss of 21 EMA or 50 DMA, whatever you want. Ultimately, it's your choice actually, whether you are able to handle this volatility in such kind of stocks or not. If you are really a risk taker kind of person, so you can do. If you are not, if you are a little bit safer side kind of person, so obviously you cannot. So it is like that. It's up to you only.
Next one is Dhanuka Agritech.
Dhanuka.
So there was a very good breakout which was happened on May 25th around. And there was an earlier sign of reversal also in the May 16th. So somewhere around breakout over happened over here. There was a small breakout and the major breakout was in May 25th. So after that, it is continuously trend higher. So at current level, fresh position can be avoided. But those who are holding from the lower level, one can keep a stop loss at below 700 level and continue this ride this trend in Dhanuka Agritech. So it might head towards 900 level in next coming few days. Next one is
JK Lakshmi. So JK Lakshmi net to net, it is trading in sideways only. Last month we have added in the short term also TraderSmith, but unfortunately it has triggered our stop loss. We have removed it. Overall trend and sentiment is quite sideways kind of thing. Level of this recent low which is placed around 650 and upside 800, 820 kind of level. It is in that range only. So for trading, short-term trading and everything, that is different thing, but broadly it is in sideways only. So looking not that much attractive at current juncture, to me at least.
Okay, it's already 5:35.
Few query from broader front line only. If it is there, then we will wrap up this session after taking 2-3 query maximum. Next few minutes. So let's like Rolex ring, Disha.
Okay.
Rolex ring sideways. Stock is quite good actually, fundamental side, but from the last few months, it is in sideways only. Maybe sooner or later it will resume rally. There are two approaches. Either one can buy this stock after breakout, this trend line breakout that is just drawn on the chart, or follow buy on dip strategy. Both you can focus. So, but it is advisable to buy on breakout. So wait for a breakout. Maybe sooner or later this stock will give breakout. Ultimately, it is a good stock to buy and hold in portfolio.
Next one is AmiOrg.
AmiOrganic. Positive trend acceleration. Now it is an approach to IPO price after almost 1 year of downtrend. So maybe momentum and everything is quite positive. So maybe it is a trend changing scenario happening. If everything goes smoothly and the stock will cross level of 1350, meanwhile 1240 kind of level. So from here one can expect first target of 1350-60. Suppose it will cross and hold 1350, so maybe a whole scenario will change in this particular stock. Overall trend sentiment, everything is positive in this stock.
Okay, let us take last two queries: Root Mobile and Natco Pharma.
Root is there is some base formation already happened in last month, and some positive traction is happening. But today there is a bearish candle formation on daily chart. So maybe it may attract some profit booking, and maybe retrace this earlier
previous
out area that is placed around this 1370 to 1400 range. So wait and watch. Maybe after some consolidation and some correction, once again it will resume. Base formation is already happened. If someone is looking to buy this stock, so I would suggest to buy this stock in the range of 1350-70 with the stop loss of 1200 from long-term perspective, not from short-term perspective. Okay, short-term maybe some correction may extend further. Last one.
The last one is Okay. 1 second. Natco Pharma.
Natco. So Natco Pharma, yeah, this I was discussing about this pharma. So there is a positive traction happening, and this Natco Pharma is showing some kind of reversal. Meanwhile, on the it has formed this some showing some kind of reversal, and meanwhile it is in consolidation range from short-term perspective, but this consolidation is happening about 200 days moving average. So there is some positivity. Just keep watching this stock from positive point of view with the stop loss below 200 days exponentially moving average or simple moving average. Maybe Pharma will, like Pharma has given trend line breakout and Pharma index has given trend line breakout. If it will go successfully move further in Pharma space. So this stock will turn positive further toward almost 750, 770 kind of levels in coming weeks. But meanwhile, it is in sideways only. If someone is interested to buy, so one can take position with stop loss below 200 kind of 200 DMA kind of. So it's almost 5:40. Let's wrap up this session here. I think we tried to discuss almost major queries. If someone's queries was not answered in session, so please write us. We will definitely revert you back on your query. And thank you joining. Thanks for joining this session. Have a happy and safe trading days, weeks, and life in coming weeks, months, and years. Thank you. Thanks all of you.
Thank you all.